Is this working? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller. One viewer. Me. 13 viewers. $23 viewers. Well, that's pretty cool. People are coming on board. But people have to say something. Anybody hear me? Anybody? Hold on. Maybe this is gonna work. Hold on. Oh, I see. Right arm. We're good. Maybe this is gonna work. Okay. This is new to me, boys. Okay. There we go. That's better. Okay. 98 viewers on board. That's really cool. Right on. I was out sledding all day today, boys. I'm really tired. We were at with all the friends, and we had a great time. It's epic snow. We've had 6 riding days already this year, and that's 6 more than the last 2 years combined. Okay, we're gonna roll into this. Everything works for me. Okay. Dirt Bike Mania. Dr. Z, what's your next sled build? Man, I'm just finishing what we got, but there's always something else to do. I'm going to get a new 850 probably for next year. Something we can rely on. But I got to tell you, the Rev has been rocking the last 2 trips out there. It's the most reliable sled we have. It's a butt kicker. There's no doubt about that. Final man has a clutching. The clutching in the RMK is awesome. Everything's groovy. So I think align welding. I think that's what you're talking about. 2019 plans are, yeah, it's just keep working on the usual stuff and get that 850 Patriot. Probably going to roll that way, but I want to wait for a 2020 model. That's my thought. What happened with Keeley? Keeley's he's on a trip. He's down south right now. He's staying warm. It's too bad because he missed some epic riding today. Let me see. Any Newfie Bomb Bravo 17? Any news on your Newfoundland trip yet? No, nothing really. We'll firm that up a little later on. Yeah, align welding. The clutching is all dandy. Wasn't really the clutching. It was something to do with the turbo. Maybe the control box didn't really know. So we did a turbo delete, ripped everything off, and the sled is absolutely an animal. I'm having a lot of fun with that RMK. I've had more fun with it in the last 6 trips than I've ever had with it. So it's running great. No, not a new 850 Etech. Sorry, Ryan. Do you ride up Mont Valley with your friends? Yeah, I went there once and it rained and it was concrete snow. We'll go back again. Colby Hemmelrick, what part of Canada? We're based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, nation's capital, right? Can you do the land mod build? Yeah, working on it. It's coming. Eric, how's business? Business is great. I'm enjoying all the support from everybody out there. It's great. It's nice. I had a guy contact me the other day. He said it was just an email. He said, yeah, I want to ask you a question, but I want to pay you for it. I'm like, pay for what? For the question. Like, why? Because it takes up a lot of your time. I'm going to give you some money. I'm like, I'm not going to take your money. But thanks for offering. Out of the thousands of questions I've gotten, he's the only guy who's ever offered to actually pay for it. It's pretty funny. Still loving your XMR, Tyson? Yes. XMR is great. Yeah. But, you know, yeah, I'm going to try something else. Send me a hat, please, and thank you, Mike. Yeah, give us a call. Junior Goche, hey, I live in Gatineau, and I'm looking into buy a new sled from an SKS or an Assault. What are better for trails? The Assault's ripped. They're geared kind of different, so probably a better option for you. I just bought a Carter. Just bought a 2014 Arctic Cat M8000 with straight pipe. It's ear shattering. Yeah, it would be very loud. Can you mod a 1989 Safari Cheyenne? You can mod anything, but just go for rip, man. Don't bother. Have some fun on that thing. They're fun. What's better? Brandon Darga says, what's better, a 95 XLT or XCR? XCR, I think, is the kind of racing kind of model there. Whatever. You know, get on it. Just make sure it's a good run sled and have some fun with it. Darren, yeah, Darren Tim, is the retail shop still on track? You bet it is. Come on in. Have you been to New Mexico? Yes, I have been in New Mexico. Brian, BJ Lopez asked me that. I should do a build on a 700 triple. I don't know. I should do a lot of things, but I don't know about that. I got so much on the go, boys. I don't want to add too much to the list of things to do, right? What's the Mitch says, what's the replacement for the brute force if you sell it? A Renegade build? You know, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of the short wheelbase models. I'm telling you, they don't. I don't know if I like the max chassis, the longer one, or maybe the high lifter. It's kind of in between there, I think. I like the longer wheelbase. You can do more with them. You don't wheelie them as much necessarily, but they're more practical for going places and keeping the front end down. As long as your front end's down, you're going forward. When your front end's up, which way are you going? You're going like nowhere, maybe backwards a little bit. Would I buy a Ford Raptor? Would I buy a Ford Raptor? Definitely not. I don't, no. I buy a Ford. My Ford is awesome, but I wouldn't buy a Raptor. It's just a truck with a pretty dress on it, which is okay. If you got the money, you want to do that, but I don't have the money for that kind of thing. Troy Reese says, I have a 1980 Kawasaki Intruder with suspension problems. New spring and shock, but it falls flat, won't stay up. What do you mean? Oh yeah. Welcome to the oldies. They don't call them, what did the guy call it? Sounds kind of bad. Old school name for the older sleds, ass pounders. I know, it's because they beat, you know, when you're riding. Yeah, they don't call them that for no reason. Do you still have a day job? Of course I do. I have to work. I have too many day jobs. The 850 Skidoo. You know what? I've just tried a free ride. I just took it for about 100 yards one way and then 100 yards back the other way. Free ride was good. It had lots of power, but it wasn't really set up very well for. I mean, it's good for wheeling. There's no doubt about that. It's 146. It wheels all day long. It looks great on video and all that, but it's not as effective machine for really, you know, climbing and doing stuff. But it's fun. Like, I mean, the guys I see riding them, they're having a riot with them, and you can zip them all over the place on the back 6 inches of the track, which is, there's something to be said for that. Thomas Tate, do you think a 159 rear skid swap is doable for an 06 MXZ Renegade 800? Looking for different mods. Oh yeah, you could do that for sure. It's basically like a Summit, right? Contacted TPI Industries for the tunnel extension. Yeah, they'll hook you up. Yeah, it'll work. You just need to do the gearing and the clutching, right? Do I know Alexander Keller where I could get an Elan HUD? Hey, somebody just gave me 99 cents. Peanuts, 913. Dude just gave me 99 cents. That's amazing. I appreciate that. Where does that even go? Where does that money go? Kai, do you know where the money goes? Huh? PayPal, brother. That's so cool. It's hilarious. 99 cents. That's the first 99 cents I've made all day today. Charlie Tremblay says, can I put a 14 RMK 160 track and skid under an 11 RMK 155? Yeah, but you gotta fit the suspension up, right? I would just ride the 14 RMK, but I suspect you're using the track and suspension out of a donor, right? Joe Wojtek, learned quite a bit from your videos. Joe, thanks for watching them. I appreciate it. That's what we're kind of here for, you know, having fun and telling people my experiences. What's my favorite sled build so far? I'm gonna have to say the Rev. The Rev is just, there's nothing like it. The IQR is really cool too, but that Rev, man, that's when you have something that's that reliable, the Old Faithful, and everything else sort of breaks, and you got a sled to ride. I mean, that's the one. It's a great sled. Marcus Goplin, I just bought a 2004 Skidoo Rev 800 1 week ago, and I was riding it today and blew up the piston, went right through the top cover thing, and only had 1,800 miles. Imagine how that happens just after you bought it 1 week, eh? I'm sure nobody knew there was any issues with that. 1,800 miles. You never know. Okay, something just happened here. There's a lot of questions here. 153 people on board. That's pretty cool. Oh my God. Okay. So many people. I don't even know where to go. Oh, peanuts. Jack Woodard. Hey, Lewis, I'm in desperate need of your help. I'm going on a trip the weekend of the 8th, but my sled, which is a 2014 Summit 600, kind of cuts out when I pin it. Please help. A 2000, when you pin it. What does it cut? Like, does it cut out and then rip again? Or does it just cut out and die, fall on its face? Does it cut out and stop? Or is it just like when it cuts out when you pin it? Yeah, I need more info. What all shocks can I replace my Commander rear shocks? Oh, Commander rear shocks, probably Elka suspension. We could probably get that for you. Looking at buying a used sled, which one would be better, 800 RMK or 800 Summit? Which years? Big. It's a big question mark right there. Eric, collab with side-by-side blog guys sometime. Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Wait, Ottawa, I'm 5 hours away from there. Hunter, 5 hours, not far? What's the problem with the IQR? Saw it didn't work as it should the last few rips. Well, it worked really good in Gas Bay, and then it worked like flawlessly in Gas Bay, and I took it out and Simon was riding it, and I said, well, I'm just going to take the IQR and check the traps and go for a rip in the backcountry. He says, you're going to break it. And I said, no, it'll be fine. And I literally was just driving it. I stopped to check a trap, and I turned it off, and I went back, and it wouldn't start, and then there was no spark. So I think the stator went on it. So we tested the stator, and there's no voltage, so I broke it. That sled doesn't like me too much. JR, if you're going to buy property anywhere in Canada at the moment, where would you set roots? I'd go back home. I'd go back to the Fru. Yeah. The city life. City life's not so good. They don't like ripping cans down the Queensway here in Ottawa. Null Packet has a retail shop. Yes, I'm local to you, but couldn't find an address. It's Ottawa East. Yeah, we're in Vars, 109 Clement Street in Vars. Give us a call. Make sure we're there. Simon's usually there all day or all week long. I'm in and out. I'm working on other stuff as well. I have a job, right? Align Welding Polaris 1000 high lifter next. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Rather. Yeah, lots of snow in New Brunswick. I hear there's been pretty crazy snow in New Brunswick. We were in Gas Bay, Quebec, and I think it snowed 3 or 4 feet in 24 or 30 hours. It was crazy. Tyson Pinsk says, do you think Polaris will work out all the issues with the 850, or do you think it'll be a flop and they will go back to the 800? Oh, I don't know. I don't think they'll go back to the 800, but people probably said that about the 900. I don't think they'll go back. Apparently, it's a pretty solid platform. But, everybody's got a little bit of issues to work on. A lot of times with a new platform, sad to say, but the riders kind of, and the people who purchase them kind of figure out what the problems are in the weak links, right? Yes, I want to rip the monster of land because the snow we've been having is just ridiculous where we're playing. So yeah, I really do want to get it going. Saturday night special, loved your old skidder and dozer. Any chance you'll buy another? Yeah, I want a skidder again one day. I can use one. I sort of set my property up so that I can take a cut off every 8 years. So I'll get another 2 or 3 in before I call it quits, right? So I'm not going to buy another one for a little while, but I should get an excavator. I like digging big holes. Array of what cause? I don't know what that is. Would you get a new side-by-side? I love side-by-sides. I love ripping them. I love racing them. I love jumping around with them and all that, but they just don't, like, I've been loving these ATVs for making trails and blasting through swamps and all that. A lot of fun. Yep. Why didn't you want a longer RMK? What the reason for the 155 from Local Vibes? Just basically the terrain we're riding in, the 155 gets us through everything. We had the 163 on the IQR and it was just too long. You couldn't have a whole lot of fun with it. Sometimes I'd like it a little shorter than the 155, but right now it's working great. Porzy73, love the videos. Did the slippery tape in the tunnel work to reduce icing? Yeah, it did. And then for some reason we had to remove part of it. And then I bought some more slippery tape, but it wasn't the winter type of tape. I asked for it, but they didn't send it to me. And all the tape just blew right out the back. It was pretty funny. The first time it got cold, it just, whoop, there's black tape everywhere. But yeah, I think it did help. Would I do it again? I think so, for sure. Okay, the Glitcher 45. Hey, I have a 91 Polaris 400 that won't get gas from the tank. I think it's a fuel pump, but I'm wondering if it's a vacuum line and how that line works. Okay, well, first of all, check your in-line, your in-tank line. Make sure that it's not cracked. If it's cracked, it'll just be sucking air. Make sure the filter in there is not gummed up. You can check your pump. It runs off the crankcase pulse. So there's a line that goes off your fuel pump into the crankcase, just a little nipple that sticks out there. And every time the crank turns, it creates some pressure in there, and it just actuates that fuel pump. If that line has a hole in it, it'll probably cause the pump not to work. Maybe it came off. But if it's an old fuel pump, just take a look at it. It could be some water in it. If it's cold out, it's frozen, they freeze up. If it's been inside and then you take it outside, it'll freeze up. Oh, stretching the back, boys. Oh, it was a great day riding. Great day riding. But yeah, check out the fuel pump. Check out all those things I told you to. Ryan, my day job, I'm a firefighter. Great info, Sam. Sam Callum says, great info, awesome videos. Thanks, you guys. Hey, no problem. 167 viewers. That's pretty amazing. I'm trying to hit all these questions. There's so many. Moron5 says, thank you for your time, Louie. I have an Olympic 300 twin. This is 1975, and it won't fire on one side. No pull start, not pull start side. What it may be. It's definitely not the plugs. It's a 75. You know what? you can check your coil, your external coil. I think there's an external coil on those. Check that out. See what happens. Max Motorsports says, "Hey Louie, hey Max Motorsports, you should give 100%. Give me a sled." Yes, people ask me for sleds. Can you give me a sled? I wish. We don't have enough to go around. Rob Detterman says, "I need a pair of boots. I ride in Wawa and UP off trail. My feet seem to get a little colder now. I'm in my 40s. Recommendations." I love the Stomper 3s. I use those a lot. And when it's going to be, I have ballerina feet too there, Rob. They get cold fast. But when I know it's going to be a cold day and I'm not going to be active so much, then I just put those little hand warmer or the little toe warmers on there. They just stick to the bottom of your foot and they're like they're 3-4 millimeters thick. You don't even notice them after a couple minutes and your feet just magically stay warm. I use those all the time. Yeah, they're great. Max Motorsports. I checked out check out Max Motorsports channel. He's a young lad and he's trying to make a channel. He's very articulate online, which is good, better than me. Preston Whiting says, "I love Polaris, but can rely on their sleds with their Liberty when you have to rebuild them the first year. Go Skidoo." Yeah, there's all kinds of things that happens to all kinds of different sleds. Local Vibe says, "Alpha 1 or Summit X850, both 165. Which would you recommend to buy? Alpha 1 or the Summit X?" You know what? I haven't ridden the Alpha. I can't really say. And I haven't ridden the Summit X850. I know the 850's got a lot of power. I don't know if I'd go with that Arctic Cat chassis. Don't be mad, Arctic Cat guys. But I think there might be something new in the works. It would only make sense. So I'd probably go with the Summit X850. What length is Achilles SKS is a 155. What's a good track for a crossover sled? Now I know what crossover means, but I just want to, what kind, this is Garrett Calthorpe. What kind of riding are you doing? Christopher Nordspitz just sent me 10 Swedish kroners, SEK. I think that's Swedish kroners. Is that kroners, Christopher? Christopher Nordspitz? That's really cool. I don't know how much that is, but that is amazing. Somebody please Google that. I'd like to see that. Well, I really appreciate that, Christopher. That's amazing. I didn't come on here to get money, but that's much appreciated. I'm a true Blue Mainer, and I love PowerModz. This is Michael Simon. He's about fun and testing stuff to the limit. You're darn right. We tested hard today. Oh, it was good. Smile for my face still hurts from the smiling. It was awesome. What causes Rene Gauthier? What causes the kill switch to stop working? Snow packed in it, moisture. The little seal goes on it. Yeah. Are you? Which kill switch are you talking about? Because if you're talking about the DES kind of kill switch combination security switch on the Skidoo models, then it's a magnet kind of operated thing, and they're a little different inside that post. Only the best Cub Cadets. What is your favorite vintage sled, and where do you get your Lance? My favorite vintage sled is the Lance. Come on, love the Lance. Where do I get them? I get them wherever I can. I find them on the side of the road, abandoned, poor things. Got to clean them off a little bit, and then they run great. Perfections. What kind of quad would be good for hauling wood? What kind of quad would be good for hauling wood? Jeez, any kind of a good. Hondas are great, man. Can't beat a Honda or a Yamaha. I wouldn't say Yamaha. Those Hondas, I'd go with a Honda. Luke M, what's the easiest way to change a Hyfax? Pull them, undo the screw in the front through your track hole there. Pull them right out the back. Pre-lube them up with some WD-40. Boom, done. John Owen, you're welcome. Thanks for watching, buddy. Any new builds coming up? Garrett, working on things. We'll see. I still want to build the Titanimal, but I want to get my other stuff done first. Matt asked me if I enjoyed riding the Chick Chocks. It was awesome. We had a great time. Luckily, we nailed it just before the big snow came. We actually sort of drove in a snowstorm, but it was awesome. I have 2007 Arctic Cat Crossfire 800. It's got 5763 diamond drive gears with 75 weights primary bogs, the top end, with the weights in the primary make it bog. Peyton, did you change any of that? Because if you changed any, then you might have been into that. But if it was running fine and then it doesn't, and then it just started to bog, then maybe take a look at your springs. And then check out other things too. Check out idler wheels, bearings in the jack shaft and the axle shaft. So any binding in there will slow that down, right? Check your brakes. Sometimes the brake gets stuck on a little bit. That burns sleds down. Jackson Barker, hey Louie, I have a 2015 Pro RMK. Is it worth making the jump to the Axis platform? Yeah, but I hear the new Axis 850s are easier to ride than my model Axis, which would be amazing, I must say. Christopher Nordspets, 50 Swedish kroners. Thanks for the yeah, amazing. Thanks for the answer. My IQR is in parts right now. Blew a bearing in the chain case. How'd you blow a bearing in the chain case, man? Yeah, it happens. Was it that little one in the bottom there that, I forget what you call that, it kind of moves around? Yeah, keep those. Did I send you, Christopher, did I send you an axle shaft years ago for an IQR? Is that the one? I can't remember if that's because I know I sent one into your region, because you're, I think, in Sweden, right? Oh, where did I lose everything? Oh my God, these questions there's so many people. There's 180 viewers on here. That's amazing. Is my mom on here? Mom? Burnt piston, but cylinder is perfect. It seems weird. Ever see this? Burnt piston, cylinder is perfect. Yeah, you got it before things went really bad. Jake Fisher, I am going to go to Newfoundland. Darn right. Michael Simon, you demand PowerModz. Look forward to seeing you again. Yeah, you too, buddy. Have I ever owned a supercharged sled? No. No, I haven't. It sounds pretty cool. Sounds heavy. Ethan Olson, cause for an 03 RX1 to bog down, then engages again, then won't do it again for a bit, then happens again. Carbs. Most likely carbs. Yep. Fuel supply, maybe. Do you like the Yamaha Ovation 340? Yeah, I had an Ovation 340. What cause? Rene Goche, what causes the kill switch to stop working on Polaris XLT? They get old, man. They go up and down a whole bunch of times, and they only got so many up and downs in them, if you know what I'm saying. Stacy Reed, 52 years old and still love to ride. I hear you, buddy. I'm 49. Still loving to ride. I still got another 30 years in me. Lauren Griffiths, I have a 600 XLT and it goes through spark plugs like crazy. What do I do? Is it going through plugs because they're wet? Like, is the machine flooding? I find that newer spark plugs don't like getting wet with fuel at all. Fuel and oil, they just don't dig it. So if there's a lot of oil, is your sled smoking a lot? You know, is maybe your oil injection went full injection. You know, it's just blasting on. Sometimes when if something happens to them, they go all out. How can I fix loose steering in my Polaris Indy 500? Go through, change all the bushings and all the little tie rod ends. Daniel Dunn, I saw you at the Big East Power Sports Show. Thanks for everything you do. Good luck with the shop and YouTube. Thanks very much, Daniel. Much appreciated. I think I remember you. Is that your picture? When a true patriot says, when you going over to wrenching on older quads and sleds? We work on them. We have a few things sort of lined up, you know, the oldies when we need to work on them. I sort of shoot something. There's so much, like, you know, some guys want old sled stuff and quads and Suzukis and build this and build that. We can only do so much, right? So we try. But the bottom line is a lot of people want to watch us play around and ride and act like goofs. So, and we want to do that too. Before you know it, a couple of years goes by and you kind of missed a whole lot of riding, and it's no fun. Tom McBride, any more projects coming for the XMR 1000? Yes, I have those RGWC neutrino lights. They're going on hopefully next week or the week after. Very bright lights. I can't wait to get them on. Jason Talbot, what are your thoughts on a Power Block 80 primary on a 2011 RS carb for playing in the powder? Power Block 80 is pretty good clutch. Just tune her up, dial her in, good to go. Jonah, hey Lewis, where are you from and where do you ride? I'm from Renfrew, Ontario. Where do I ride? I ride wherever there's snow. C&M Customs. I built an MXZ 700 Rev and I used the 800 computer and runs MXZ 1200 off the trail. There you go. It's because it's run all kinds of advanced timing and who knows what's going down in there. My face looks really red. Does it? Maybe windburned. Yeah, I got some sunburn today. Crazy. Hey Lou, I got a 2003 Polaris Edge. I blew belt the other day, so I put a new one on. Now it won't go over 7,200 RPMs. At any ideas? Check your belt deflection. Will I ever make Garrett Van Vert? Will you ever make carbon fiber hood body parts? Yes, but just for myself. Oh, King Quad PEI. How are the PowerModz pups? Where are the pups?
Buddy.
Buddy, come here. We'll get the pups. You guys gotta check out the pups. They're funny. Those dogs are hilarious. They're kind of like me. One's just all wound up, and then the other one's really docile. And that's like how I go sometimes. You'll see. You'll see. They're kind of, well, they're not quite full grown yet. I guess it takes about a year or 2 years. I don't even know how long it takes for them to be fully grown. But they're fun as heck. You get, what do you call that thing that those goofs are doing on the internet now, Kai? Here, let me see this one. Okay, well, just one at a time, man. My God, like that. Well, this one's Joey. Joey and Buddy. Hey, Buddy, relax. There you go. Right there. Yeah. So this is Buddy. This one's Joey. Joey is a real protector. Hey, yes, you are. Yeah. And Buddy here, he's an animal, this guy. Can't you tell? He's a bit of a party animal. He just sort of wants to sleep all day. Hey, bud. Yeah, he's funny. He's 100% PowerModz. Hey, Joy. Hey, Joe. Yeah, they're pretty fun. Hey, yeah. But what do you call that thing where people get on the mic on YouTube now, Kai? Is it ASMR?
Huh?
What's that thing on the when they whisper?
No, like chew in a mic, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of that? When people get on the internet now, they try to put people to sleep. and they talk, they whisper into the mic, and then they chew food and they open wrappers. I don't even know what that is. You guys want one of those videos? I could do it. Ricky Bobby Louie could do that. Okay, I got to get back to here. Okay, I love my dogs. Local vibes. Do you think 2020 is going to be a big year for sleds? How will Polaris and Skidoo compete with the Alpha 1? Are they competing with it? I don't know. Look, I saw one on the trail the other day, or on the hills, and it was rocking. There's no doubt about it. I really don't know. I try not to get involved too much with the politics behind all that. I sort of know what I like. The Skidoos sort of feel one way to me, and you know, people get used to riding certain things. I feel really kind of comfortable on a Skidoo. That's why I think I like the Polaris, because it doesn't take near as much input to make it move around. But you know what? I see guys on Skidoos just killing it, you know. But if I don't have to work so hard, then I'm good. $7 Canadian is files flying is what he says the conversion is. That's awesome. That's amazing. A nice guy. 10 Swedish kroners is $1. That's cool. Yeah, that's all good. That's good. That's $2 I made today, and then $5. That's amazing. No, I don't think I'll ever do a triple build. No time for triples. Tuning, dialing in all those things, man, is, you know, oh, carbs. Carbs. I just want to, like, when that elan's done, throttle body, EFI, bang, away she goes. What's better? I live in Quebec. What's better? I live in Quebec, buying a sled in Quebec, or buying in Ottawa and bringing her over. I've bought a lot of things from Quebec. Just really check them out, bud. Darren T, do you have any experience with EP? Where did that go? Darn it. EPI brand belts made in Minnesota. No, I don't. Sorry. Would having too heavy weights in your primary clutch make it bog really bad? Yeah, if it's really heavy. Well, everything has to sort of work together. The springs, the weights, yeah, it all has to work together. 1 point. You guys are funny. Pipmeister J 03 said as ZX 800 Renegade starts first pull inside. Won't start in 10 pulls outdoors. Won't start really cold. Spark plugs. Fuel. Water in the fuel. That kind of stuff. What do I have for action cameras? I use GoPros. I don't think I'd ever buy another GoPro again. I think there are a lot of companies out there building just as good quality stuff. GoPros just, like, check out. They still want $300 or $400 Canadian for a Hero 3. It's just nuts. I'm really disappointed. XTID Nab, why don't you wear your tether? I do now. I'm pretty much wearing it all the time now. I think it's really important. Safety first. Sometimes I forget it. Sometimes I forget to do my helmet up. It's not because I'm trying to not be safe. It's just that, yeah. But I'm wearing some new stuff. Hey, Kai, can you grab me that new vest that I'm wearing, please? Ride 907 AK. Can I get a shout out? You got it. So this is what I'm wearing. I was wearing a vest all the time, and they're too bulky. So I'm wearing this baby right here. Look at this. It's like a super awesome samurai outfit. Look at this, and it's got this centipede kind of spine thing. Look at that. It just bends the same way as my spine does. So this is much more comfortable for riding. Excuse me. Takes the impact of the bars if I smash it. And yeah, I dig it. I think this is an amazing thing. And I also got that helmet right there. A little something on my lens. That's the CKX Titan Backcountry Airflow. I love that helmet. I love that. It's carbon. It's good for my neck. Dig it. What's going on with the Enticer? It's in the lineup. Chris Boyd says, Skidoo delamination of reed cages replacements, Poison or V-Force. I just think, look, I've used them all. We've tested them in various motors, and I just use the V-Force. They usually come with the carb adapter as well. Everything just goes in, and they're good for years. Not saying Poison's bad. I shot a video with the 700, and they've got a good compound there. The nitrile, I think it's nitrile. The adapter works well. We can get you both, whatever kind you want, and I just enjoy. I just think that the V-Force are a great read. I don't know. We have a 67 Skidoo Olympic, and it's so fun and fresh pow. Everything's fun and fresh pow, right? Ryan Loring, avid cat guy, how's the project going? Trying to get to it. This is how it goes. We want to get to, okay, tomorrow we're going to work on the Articat, the 925 Elan. And then we get to the shop and some people place some orders, and then we find out that the IQR doesn't work, and then we got to fix that because we're going to go riding and we need a spare sled and la la la. Yeah, it's things get a little crazy. Can you do a Beaver Delete without a kit? Yep. No, I haven't tried a Solid 7. I haven't tried the Alpha. I'd like to. You'd think they'd just say, hey, I wish I were that kind of popular guy, where they'd say, hey, Louie, come try out the Alpha. They don't do that. Polaris does. Polaris is great. I know, they like working with the small guys. I'm just a small guy. Ooh, Matt tore his ACL today. That's not a good thing. Sorry to hear that, bud. Max, can I make you a moderator? I don't think so, bud. Nice try, though. But you know what, Max? Talk to me. We'll work something out. Okay? I got other things in store for you. I have a Yamaha Enticer, and the pull start broke. What should I do? Fix it or buy a new sled? I like the way you think. Just buy a new sled if you have the money. Stephen KS, hey Lou, you want to send me some PowerModz stickers? Yeah, just email us, man. It's all good. 173 viewers online. Mon oncle Gerard. Oh, hello. G'day, Gerard. What's the thing about the new Articat? Everybody asks me. Everybody wants to know what I think about that Articat. Yeah, I'd like to try it out, man. I'd like to let you know. Jacob Zettler, have you ever owned a sled with a Wankel motor? No, I haven't. I'd like to, though. It's pretty cool. What else? I'm in the process of turning a 91 Prowler into a nice. Yeah, cancerous man. That's a great idea. You should go with that. Philip Plank. I'm so jealous of you guys. Moved from Michigan to Southern Indiana. Dude, what? No. You ever tried to put a Billet 900 in a Pro chassis? No, I haven't tried to do that. Those Billet motors. Here for the new Sidewinder. What do you think of the new Sidewinders? The Cat 9000s. Ever rode one? No, man. You know what? I'd love to get some seat time in those Articats. Really, I would. If you guys know any dealers in the area, I'd love to try a few of them out. Honda Talon? Nope. Why did you buy an Outlander over the Renegade? Thanks for the good deals on all the parts. Midwest Machines. Outlander chassis. length of the chassis. I shouldn't have bought the XMR just because I just paid too much money for that setup when I had to just basically redo everything and mod it all myself. But the length of the chassis is what rocks. I'll go anywhere and more than a Renegade will. ATV, right? Do you ever do a fan meetup or like off trail powder ride? Sometimes we've tried to plan that stuff, but everything always just seems to fall on its face because other stuff comes up. It gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
Looking good for 49. Yeah, feeling it, bud. An Advil every day helps. Could you do a build with a Skidoo Olympic with a 640 motor from an Alpine? They bolt right in, and it would be neat to see. I put a 640 motor. Did I put a 640? No, I put a 399 in the land. That was pretty good. And the 640 is not much more power, I don't think. But the 399 was pretty fun. There are videos of me just a little bit of ripping around, and it was an animal. It was pretty hilarious. Are you going to get a 2020 Pro MK or stick with a 16? I think I'm going to keep the 16 and get the 2020. It's nice having reliable sleds and stuff we can. It's pretty bad. I don't know if I said this earlier, but out of the 6 days that we've ridden this year, that's 6 more days than we rode in the last 2 years. So we're having fun and we're learning how to ride again. And I want to do it on those things. I have the property so I can wheel around on the Alans and the old hardware too, right? And don't get me wrong, the Rev rocks. Simon's all over that thing. The poor Rev is taking a pounding. Matthias Peterson. I remember from back in the days when you were building the ZX and Rev, it was all about saving weight. That Rev came in at 400, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think 447 pounds, which is pretty freaking good, right? It was all about saving weight. I think you should pick up that stone again and build a lighter Pro RMK than Brant. I know I can build one lighter than them. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to do it. It's just when I have the time and the money. Do you want me to build you one? Somebody fit the bill for that. I'll build one. I'll build it. I know what I can do. I know how to do it. We'll see. Am I going to Heydays 2019? Don't know yet. Maybe. We'll see. Carbon tube. Yeah, nice. Derek Stoddard. What are some good mods for a 12 600 HO Etech Summit? Clutching, man. All about the clutching. Clutching a good track. Then just go and have some fun. Photo Fin, I'm back. All right. Tim G, do you still have a trap line? Wondering about the gloves and if you still got it with your boy. Go out with your boy. Started doing it myself here in Wisconsin with my boys. Yes, still trapping. Love it. Do it with my son all the time. Bunch of beavers in the shed right now. Just got all our mittens back from the mitten maker, so I'll be sending those out to the people who bought those. Yeah, just absolutely love getting out there. I'm a hunter too. We do a lot of shooting and hunting and the trapping and all that. And the trapping is just a really very enjoyable kind of thing. Not to go out and kill a whole bunch of animals, but there's a there's a purpose for everything, right? And when you're a property owner, certain things have to be done. Big fan. Do you live near Peterborough? No, I'm about 2.5. I'm just in Ottawa, so however far that is, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that. Josh says, when are you coming back to Michigan? Don't know. Whenever the snow's not good here, we might take a trip to the UP. We'll see. If I had my choice, would you rather work on old sleds or new sleds? Okay, so this is pretty cool. I thought about this the other day. That RMK of mine, I can pop the panels off that bear right in there. I can pull the head off the jugs or the jug right off it and change pistons. I can tear that motor out in about 15 minutes. It's really easy to work on. It's kind of like working on the Rev. But depends on the brand, right? You know, some things aren't so easy to work on. Carbureted engines, they're a little trickier sometimes. EFI, you know, everything sort of has their thing, right? So I'm kind of digging that RMK. Like, that's a real easy sled to work on. I don't know what the 19s are like. I'm gonna take a look under the hood and see what that's like. Midwest Machines, $20. Here's another $20. Go buy a Skidoo. Right, attaboy. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll put that towards a Skidoo. There's no doubt. But in Canada here, sometimes all snowmobiles are called Skidoos. You going Skidoo, lad? Right? I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's amazing. Okay, let me see what else is going on here. Oh my God, there's so many questions. Should I do a torque? Midwest Machines, should I do a torque locker or not? I don't want to lose the on-trail drivability. I've used lockers in four-wheel drive trucks, Land Cruisers, Jeeps, that kind of stuff that I drive on the road. It's just, there's a little difference in them. The steering characteristics are a little different. You don't want to ride in 4x4 mode with the torque locker on a trail. You know, I'm not a real big trail rider, so, but I rock mine all over the place. I would say that if you're doing a whole ton of riding on trails, I don't know if it's the thing to do. Torque locker is, if you're off-road rocking, it's the thing to have. If you want to really go places, that's the thing to get. I've sold a lot of those, and everything I get, if I ever get another one of those, I'd put a torque locker in it in a heartbeat. That ATV bag one. I have a 2006 Sportsman 500, and it makes a ticking noise. It's the timing chain, probably. Does that make sense? Timing chain valves, one of those things. Tegan Atkins Leslie. Yes, he did. He had a professional rebuild motor in it. It ran fine for the first 100 miles, but now it's overheating. I don't know what we're talking about. Jack Wordard, my sled cuts, then goes and cuts again. Could be a spark plug. I always go with the spark plugs first. Spark, fuel. Kind of the things to get at, right? Yo, loving the latest sledding videos from Gordon S. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I've got a lot more in the can. Okay, do you guys like the first couple of Gasway videos? I have another one. Hopefully I can get to it tonight. I can't edit while I'm on here with you guys, so I don't know what to do. Do I leave and start editing, or do I keep talking? I like talking. You know how I am. So what I think I'm going to do is, you guys tell me what you think. I was thinking about putting a video out on Monday and Wednesday or Thursday. So 2 videos a week guaranteed. And then I was thinking, Ricky Bobby was talking to me, and he was thinking about doing an instructional video series on certain things. So maybe that would be the odd Friday, just here and there, you know. That's what he was thinking about, because he's feeling a little left out. You know what I'm saying? I have a Skidoo, Benjamin Hall. I have a Skidoo MXZ 583 with speed. I hear a loud clunk. What is it? It's probably ice falling off your cooler. That make any sense? It's hard to say without me hearing your clunk. Do you prefer forged or cast pistons on a reliable sled? I've used them both. I never really had a problem with either of them. Do I prefer one over the other? I don't know. I'm loving the Etech pistons because none of those have given me an issue at all. I would say that I have had issues with other ones, but generally if I have an issue, it's because of something I've done or some part of the sled has sort of given up the ghost, right? Like a water pump, something like that. Caden Reynolds, I know you parted out the ZX, but will we ever see it again? I didn't really part it out. I just took some parts off. I have most of that actually. Most of that. So I still have the motor and the wiring and all that. I don't have the trailing arms, but I have the original trailing arms. I can put her together and get her going. Logan Outdoors, do you reload your ammo? No, I don't reload my own ammo. I don't have time. I wish I did. I would need one of those things that would just, you pull it once and it just plops a shell down in front of you. That's the only way I'd really do that. Jack Frost, hauling firewood tomorrow on the ET410, 9-inch VK 540 skis. Oh, that'll work well. Great little machine. I've got that that enticer too. Jerome M, found your videos years ago. Hooked ever since. Thanks for watching, bud. Do you like Skidoo Etechs? Yeah, they're pretty cool. You near Emblem? Kinda, yeah. Scott Drisdall asks if I'm near Emblem, Ontario. Yes, I am. Yeah, he does good videos. No, I don't know what he's talking about. Little meme man, I got an old Cat Cougar and it seems like it's not pushing as much power as it did. Check your compression, check your compression, check all those little idler wheels in there, your bogey wheels. I don't know what year that is. All those things slow you down. Go to Newfoundland in April. I have been to Sault Ste. Marie 500 SLS. Any good websites to buy Skidoo part like tracks and rails? We can get you a bunch of that stuff. Just hit us up. And if we can't get it for you, Austin, we know who can. Midwest Machines wants a locker. You got it, buddy. Just PM me or just send an email through my website. We'll hook you up. Are you Midwest? You're in the States, I take it? I know I've talked to you before. I've seen you or something. Sorry, I'm a little tired right now. Excuse me. I should start a Twitter page. Oh my God, another page. How's that Big Red? Big Reds are all gone. Shut it down. Gordon says, shut it down and start editing. What engines will bolt into an 03 Rev? Most Rotax motors will bolt into that. From the, the 6, 7, 800s. Yeah, no problem. Just went and picked up a 2019 850 Summit SP 175. Do you think it was a good buy or should I have gone Polaris? I've always run Polaris and thought I'd switch it up. Well, you can always try something new, right? Nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to say you made a bad purchase. I wouldn't do that. I say give it a try and see how you like it. It's all a personal preference thing. And it could leave you a bad taste in your mouth, just like a Polaris or anything else could. A lot of it has to do with dealers, right? You can buy a sled that has issues, and if your dealer doesn't look after you, that'll turn you off a brand, unfortunately. Gordon likes the timeline schedule. I'll probably go with that. Regular schedule of videos sounds good, Eric says. That sounds good. I think we might do that. I don't know if I'll go to my camp. We'll see. We're not having much time to do much of anything because we're riding. I have an odd, Durf Whitler says, I have an odd high RPM bog on my Liberty 800. Once you pin the throttle a few times and get through the choppy power, it smooths right out. Cleaning the carbs. Might be your clutching. Might be your back shifting or your clutch, right? Just check your belt deflection and all that. Make sure everything's ready to rock. Victor Christofferson. Have you ever driven some snowmobile Lynx Boondocks? If not, then you miss good snowmobile. No, I haven't. And I probably haven't. I'm probably missing a good snowmobile. I'd like to try that. Benjamin Hall, thanks for the tip, man. Keep up the great vids. You got it. 670 turbo sled. Oh, yeah, who knows? That might just happen one day. When am I going to Manitoba? Was I in Manitoba? I don't know if I have. I been in Manitoba? I don't know if I've ever been there. I might go there one day. I hear there's some really good coyote hunting there. Scott says, I thought, yeah, we're near Embrun. Yeah, you'll see us rolling around. Favorite sled of all time? I know. I always say the Rev. Then I say the Axis. And then I say the Elans. And then the IQR. I can't pick one thing. 850 big bore RMK. Looking to do a big bore on the Switchback Pro S. I haven't tried the 858 big bore. No idea what that's like. My buddy Tegan Atkins Leslie, my buddy's 2004 Rev 800 keeps overheating, but it has coolant and the engine was just rebuilt top to bottom. Can you help? It has coolant. Did they bleed the system right? Usually, is the engine hot and is the cooler hot, or is the engine hot and is the cooler cold? That way the coolant's not circulating. Knows the coolant pump working the way it's supposed to. Lots of little things in there you have to poke around with and check it out. Thoughts on the old Tundras? Old Tundras are awesome. I've got a bunch of old parts. I'd love to put one together. I could probably make one if I had the motor. I just need the motor. Lewis, what's a good skid to put in the Elan to make it a long track, inexpensive and readily available? Just put another set of bogies on it, but that's all you need to do. Elka shocks, good investment? Yes. Elka, Fox, let me know. We can hook you up. I've got Elkas and Fox and no issues at all. Midwest Machines, yep, in the States. I got a Jaws can. That's right. Yeah, that's right. For everyone running, they had the Jaws race can is loud. Oh, yeah. How's the turbo working out in the air? I did a turbo delete. No turbo in there now. Potter. Will you be at Madoc sled drags tomorrow? No, I got stuff to do. What sled do I dislike the most? What sleds do I dislike the most? Oh boy. What sled do I dislike the most? I like them all, man. As long as they run. I don't like a sled that doesn't run. What is my top speed? What's my top speed? The fastest I've ever gone? Like, I think I flew an airplane about 270 miles an hour once. Yeah, that's about the fastest I've ever gone. What happened to the Snow Pro? Snow Pro's on the shelf. I have a 2017 RMK and she keeps blowing plugs. I know what that's like. Well, I kind of, if I try to pull start my sled and I have the kill switch on, 3 pulls and I have to change plugs out because they get wet. They don't like wet plugs in that sled. It just, for whatever reason, it just seems to kind of really flood easy sometimes. What's the answer? I don't know. Maybe it's maybe you're running too much oil in it. Maybe it's injecting too much oil. Photo Finn, see you, buddy. Can you have Jaws can and turbo on your sled? No. Turbos kind of have their own little exhaust, and the can really wouldn't do very much for it. Mitch, will you race me again? Let's do another race. Well, sure, why not? It's a coat. Which coat? Oh, that one there? This one? I'm trying to put my finger on it. Anyway, that one, that's my wife's. Where can I get one of those beanies? You can get one online. Just go on our website, www.powermodz.com. What piece do you need for your suspension? Let me know. I'll probably have something for you. The dog just ate my coat. That's possible. Buddy eats everything. Buddy chews on everything. Do you guys carry your dogs like this? Yeah. They're good dogs. They're used to that. Wick CRC. Hey Louie, what's up? Oh, you know, usual. Hanging with everybody. Any plans to party with Ostercruiser? Yeah, I'd love to. Gotta find some time. Oh my God, the dog just shredded the coat. The dog, what's up? Go to bed. Yeah, it's time to go to bed. Do a video on how Keely made his running boards. He just welded them up, made a bunch of tubing. Not hard, boys. Just got to give it a try. Do they make the full exhaust for the 800 Etech? Thought they did. I'll have to take a look. Durf, just, I don't know, give me a call sometime. We'll talk about it on the phone. Might be a little easier to kind of work it out. Blake, buying a land, you bet. My Pro S, okay, we're going to get near the end here because I want to edit that video up. My Pro S switchback seems to constantly dig holes and get stuck as soon as I'm off trail. Yeah, it's because it's not a powder sled, man. It's the nature of the track, the clutching, and the gearing, and the suspension. That's kind of the way it is. Just got my new TNT 900 Ace. Yeah, I did. That would be, they're an awesome sled. They're really good on fuel too, right? You can get a used Session 5. My Session 5 bit the bullet. Michael Davis, if you had to choose between having an older sled you could mod and a new sled you had to leave stock, what would you pick and why? I'd take the one that I had to leave stock and I'd ride it and have fun, and then I'd get an older sled and mod it. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Yeah. Should I take a hole saw to my running boards? Cut everything, man. Cut everything. Drill holes in it all. All right. Okay, boys. I got a jet. Wisconsin Snowmobile, my God, just sent me $1.99. This has been a fantastic night. I think we made about like 20 bucks. Yeah, seriously. These guys are so nice. What do you think of the 850 Polaris and Skidoo? The 850 Polaris, I saw one ripping up in the Chick Chocks. Very impressed. 850 Skidoo. I have a little video clip of me riding one. It just wheelies all over the place on the free ride, which is pretty fun. I'm digging the power that these machines are putting out. I think it's going to be the perfect amount of power without being too silly. And it's kind of like my Ford pickup that it's got that 6.7 diesel in it. That thing's got so much power now. I don't even have to go and put a tuner and all this stuff on it to make it, really produce all this torque. And, that's kind of where sleds are going. If they just make a good, reliable sled with a ton of power, you're not going to need to do very much to it to make it do what you want to do, right? You're looking at sleds with 175 horsepower right out of the box, whatever it is. Add a pipe and watch out, man. Like that's pretty serious power. Any more than that, and you just maybe get yourself into trouble. You're going to overpower yourself. Is there such a thing? It sounded kind of silly. Did I just say that? Too much power? Is there such a thing as to it? No. My God, that doesn't sound right. But thanks very much, Wisconsin Snowmobile. I really appreciate that. I've never driven a Scorpion snowmobile. I know where there's a guy, he's got 2 brand new Scorpion snowmobiles in the crates up on shelves. Brand new. He was a dealer years ago. I can't tell you where they are. It's a secret. Never enough power. I think it's a beauty. Okay, I got to shut her down, boys. Getting tired. I want to get this video out tonight. All right. I have other videos too. Can you have, yes, I want the Indy light back in the shop. It's up. It's right now. There's one little part of the handlebar sticking out of the snow. We have so much snow. But much appreciated, everybody. I really love that you guys came by tonight. We're going to try to do this. I know I say this. I've said it before, but we are going to try to do this again because I love talking to everyone. And, you know, for all those guys who sent a little bit of money, I know it's hard to earn money, and I appreciate that. We all work hard for our money. That's awesome. Simon Belanger. I am Yeti. The IQ is awesome, Rips. Simon's on board. Geez, Simon. Oh, you're there now. I did a Meritude. I have never ridden a Scorpion. Okay, I got a jet. Right on, boys and girls, everybody. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it.